loving you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
As you can see, it's actually raining pretty hard today. It's February 2nd, and today was supposed to be the first day of our cycling training for America's Most Beautiful Bike Ride up in Lake Tahoe, where we're going to do 100 miles around the lake in June to raise money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. This is my third year doing that, and I'm really looking forward to it, except for the major monsoon rain that we had today that stopped me from going out. So instead of going out and riding my bike in the rain, I decided to stay home and bake some cookies. I've never baked cookies before, and I thought it would be a good time to use something that I ordered from SkratchLabs, their cookie mix that came in a mix box that I ordered about a month ago, and they sent a whole box of supplies to make cookies, as well as some energy packets and electrolytes and energy bars. But I'm here just to make some cookies, and I'll walk through that and we'll see how they turn out. Here we go. So let's walk through the cookie stuff that SkratchLabs sent to me in this mix box. First of all, it's the cookie mix that comes with just the basic mix to make batter. It'll make about 18 cookies. It says here this dry mix is non-GMO, dairy-free, vegan, I guess that depends on what you add to it, kosher, and apparently delicious. So there's the cookie mix. It came with a bag of Lily's dark chocolate premium baking chips, 55% cocoa, vegan, non-GMO. It came with a SkratchLabs branded mixing spoon. I believe that's carbon fiber and aerodynamic. It came with a SkratchLabs branded mixing bowl, also I'm assuming carbon fiber and aerodynamic. It came with a SkratchLabs baking glove, which also I believe is carbon fiber and aerodynamic. Don't quote me on any of this. It came with parchment-lined aluminum foil for packing and lining your baking sheet. This is aluminum. And it came with a SkratchLabs branded cooking apron, which I also believe is wicking and aero and carbon fiber for the discriminating cyclist. So I'm going to open up this apron and put this on. I normally don't wear aprons, but since they sent it, I'm going to use it. And I don't know, maybe I'll wear this out on the bike. I think I would look very professional. Hopefully I'll be able to get this off later. So I got my apron on, and we'll start following these directions. So what I also have that they didn't send was a stick of butter, for good reason. They wouldn't pack that, and an egg. I have mixing cups, a cookie scoop, and I think that should be everything. I have my oven preheated to 350. I have a baking pan sitting on top of the oven lined with the SkratchLabs parchment paper. So I'm going to start with step one, preheat your oven at 350. I'm already a step ahead. And step two, mix together one bag of cookie mix with the butter and egg in a large bowl using a spatula, hand mixer, stand mixer, or your clean hands until dough sticks together completely and forms a ball. When it's mixed correctly, it won't be crumbly. So let's see what happens. Here's the bowl they sent. I already washed my hands, so they're clean. Open this up. Looks like flour. Probably wasn't the most efficient way to open it up. Now we'll add the butter and the egg. So it asks for a stick of butter at room temperature. I had this butter sitting out of the fridge for about an hour or so. So I got the stick of butter, 1 egg, I'm just going to get in there with my hands and mix this all up. It smells good already. It smells sweet. Since it didn't add any sugar, it didn't call for adding any sugar, I assume there's sugar in here. I got cookie dough all over my hands, which I'm going to say is probably one of the best moisturizers you could ever have. Shake people's hands and their hands will smell like cookies. That's the best gift you can give somebody. This is also a good core workout and good for your forearms and really works your muscles for braking and changing gears. So consider this training if you need to work on your braking. So it calls for 1 cup of the chocolate chips. So we'll break this one open. Get 1 cup of chocolate chips. It smells good. That's actually most of the chocolate chips in the bag. Carefully mixed together by hand. So we'll do this very carefully. I'm going to make sure I spread the chocolate chips evenly so that there's an equal distribution of chocolate chips per cookie, because you don't want to be shortchanged. That would be devastating. Now, the instructions say to scoop the batter by a rounded spoonful onto the cookie sheet, leaving 1 to 1.5 inches between cookies. All right. I'll take the cookie sheet that I've lined so well with SkratchLabs parchment paper. I'm going to use my cookie dough scoop. Start laying this out. This is supposed to make 18 cookies. Don't know if I have enough room on this for 18, but we'll find out. Not, then I'll save the cookie dough for later. There's a lot of chocolate chips per cookie here, so we'll see how they turn out. But so far, so good. So I got about 20 cookies spread out on the cookie sheet. I have a little bit of batter left, which I might use later. And maybe I'll have that for dessert after I eat the cookie. And I think we're ready to put it in the oven. Bake for 9 to 14 minutes. Until golden brown, and then cool completely before eating. So we'll put this in for 9 and we'll see how it goes. If it needs more time, it needs more time. While that's cooking, we'll come back in about 9 minutes. In the meantime, here's some video footage from my ride last week, since I couldn't go today, of riding down to Laguna Beach and back. Enjoy some sunshine and palm trees, and we'll be right back.
A wonderful world. What a wonderful world.
Okay, it's been about 15 minutes and I've taken the cookies out of the oven. It took longer than the 9 minutes that the minimum time that the box had indicated. And I've let them cool now for about 5 to 10 minutes. They're feeling a little firm, they're still warm. The recommended 1 to 1 inch gap between the cookie dough and the oven didn't quite work out too well. That all the cookies collided into each other, which looks actually quite beautiful. But hopefully they're not too hard to pull apart. So I'm going to start taking them out of the pan and laying them out on these plates to cool further, and then I'll try one. So I'll go ahead and see if I can separate these easily. And maybe I'll separate them all first and then I'll start sliding them out. I was a little bit worried when I took them out of the oven that they were still really soft. Since I've never made these before, I didn't know quite what to expect. And they actually were very soft, but having let them cool, they seem to have firmed up and they seem actually a little bit crispy on the outside. I cooked them until they were golden brown, as it said on the box. And they look good. All right, I'm going to start laying them out on the plate. Well, that one came out quite easy. Actually, this isn't so bad that they've kind of bumped into each other, but in the future, I think they really need to be spaced out a lot more. Probably 3 to 4 inches. Really gives them room to spread. But I kind of like how they bumped up against each other and it helped maintain their sort of thickness. So they're about like 1/2 inch thick cookies, which, you know, I'm not going to complain about. You get more cookie per bite. And because I fully believe in a policy of no chips left behind, I'm going to make sure I don't leave any behind. Oh, those chips are good. I mean, they're dark chocolate, so you have to like dark chocolate to appreciate them. But the beautiful thing about this mix is also they say you can add nuts or whatever other mix-ins you want to add. Berries, things like that. I think next time I'll try sea salt. I think there will be a next time, but I haven't done the official taste test yet. So those are all the cookies. I'm going to put these aside. And I'm going to do the official taste test. This one's a reasonable size. So here's the cookie. Side profile, top profile, back profile. It looks good. It looks like an edible, completely safe cookie for me to eat. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. I think they're very dunkable. They speak to me. They're saying you need to burn these off. And what are you going to do with 20 cookies? But they're good. I think I definitely would order this again. It was really easy to make. It took all of less than an hour to make all these cookies, and they're delicious. So I would recommend these cookie mixes if you're interested in making cookies. Apparently you can also make these into energy bars. So I don't know if I'll do that, but I definitely make cookies out of this. They're really good. So thanks for watching. I do wish to ask you to support my ride to help the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. That's the America's Most Beautiful Bike Ride in June around Lake Tahoe that I mentioned earlier. I'll be soliciting donations, and I'm hoping this time around that I can get people to sponsor a mile of that ride. So if you can donate $25 per mile for however many miles you want to sponsor, I would greatly appreciate it. You can do that at Seva, seva.bike, and I'll put the link below. And if you want to follow these videos as I do them during my training until June, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.